I'm a lot more hesitant and nervous about being in settings that are Jewish settings with all Jewish people. I mean, I just am. I didn't have any family that I'm aware of living in Europe during the time of the Holocaust of the early 40s. Rather, my grandparents came to America as toddlers of about 2 years old from Russia to escape Jewish persecution in Russia. So I think a lot of people only think of the Holocaust as sort of the form of Jewish mass persecution that they know about, but there was a similar thing happening in Russia way before that. In religious school and all my growing up life, I learned a great deal about the Holocaust, read the Anne Frank story like everybody else does, and I felt pretty traumatized by it. Recently, I became aware of a concept called intergenerational trauma, which has helped me to understand more about myself, this sort of fear I have of something bad happening. So I don't know if that comes from this kind of exposure that I had growing up to what could happen to people, but I wonder if maybe it helps explain it. I had friends who were both Jewish and not Jewish, but I have to say most of my social life and more of my friends than not were Jewish, and I felt really secure about that. I'm a little bit hesitant to admit that I was under the mistaken impression that the Holocaust and those attitudes and those anti-Semitic actions and feelings, that they ended with the Holocaust, because I really didn't experience it for probably the first 70 years of my life. And so just lately, when it feels like all of that has changed.
19 days since the worst terror attack in Israeli history.
It feels like a big shock to my system. I'm a lot more hesitant and nervous about being in settings that are Jewish settings with all Jewish people. I mean, I just am. I've learned a lot in the last 3 or so years about anti-Semitism, and no, I don't think Jewish people are safe, especially since October 7th.